Hi everyone, and welcome to another journal with me. I'm in my creative journal. It's messy and marvelous. And I'm doing Junk Journal July prompts just to get me going. So I'm up to day 5, Foldout, and also day 6, layers on layers. I thought I'd probably handle both of those on the one day. So here's days 1, 2, 3 and 4, so that's good vibes, pop of color, negative space, tickets and tags. And today we're going to do fold out and layers on layers. I think I like to do 2 together because I kind of like the pages to tie in with each other. The colors are kind of similar in this spread, I guess, and I don't know, I just feel like I want to do them both together. So I've just been through my stash and pulled out a bunch of stuff that I think might be good for this particular prompt. So I have this envelope from Brandy Kincaid. It comes with her Extravagant Hope subscription, and I thought this could be a little fold out here like this. I've got some pieces in there which we'll come back to in a minute. So I thought that could just fold out like that, and I can have some things in here. I kind of wanted to have things poking out of the envelope. So yeah, let's put that together. I was going to leave this little sticker on the front, and I might just leave it there and stick over it. I mean, I like it, but I'm not sure I want that dark reddy orange color. So I've pulled this just out of a Frankie magazine, and Brandy's subscription is called Extravagant Hope. Header for an article in the Frankie magazine, and I thought it just would suit this really well. I've also got this bit of washi tape that comes on the back of all of Brandy's envelopes. So I think this suits pretty well. I'm just going to tear this down. I think just tearing it will give me a nice look around the edges. And there's some very cute papers on the back as well, so definitely be saving those. And maybe I can use them in the other spread. So the idea is this will fold this way. Yeah, I think I want it to go that way. So maybe the first thing I'll do is just get this down on the page. I feel like if I don't, it's going to keep getting in the way. I'm going to leave the edges of that fold free, of the bit that's going to be stuck on the inside, just in case I want to tuck things under it. I feel like I might want to tuck some things. So I'm just going to pop this here, sort of close to the edge. Like so, and then I'm going to put this on top. And again, I'm going to leave the edges fairly free, just in case. I like doing that as well because it just gives a little bit of extra texture to the outside of the layer. So you can kind of play with that if you wanted to. I know a lot of people prefer to stick the whole thing down, but I like that can get kind of roughed up. Okay, so that's the front of the envelope. Now let's work on the inside. Okay, so these are some of the things that are going to go in the envelope. This is a photo that I took of a bunch of flowers a long time ago. And then this little card came in the package from Brandy. I've got a few now, so I don't know which one this is. It says, "I want you to know you're exactly who this world needs. I am so grateful for who you are and who you are becoming. Just for today, trust that you are both loved and liked." I thought that was very sweet. And I thought I'd put this on the back since it's not going to be a card that I send. And maybe we'll even cut it down slightly. I just thought I'd round the edges with my little corner rounder. I put it on the largest setting to get quite a big roundness there. Now this photo is going to be too big for the back, but that's okay. I will happily cut it down as well. I'll round it too, just so that it mimics. And we'll just pop that on there. I feel like I might just give it a little bit of embellishment. I'm going to use this script washi on the right hand page. I haven't done a lot of thinking about the right hand page, but I do know that I want to try to use this washi. So I'm just going to use that to deco. Okay, so that's just going to sit in there, and I've got these tabs here because I thought I would probably add one to the side of this just to indicate that you can take this out. And then you can put it in whichever way you want, like that. And I was also thinking, just for inside of the envelope, I might put some tissue paper. Got some scraps here from old packages. Just thought it might give us a little bit of extra texture. I'm a big fan of extra texture. And if that was to just sit inside the envelope, yeah, it's a little bit of, you know, not necessary, but I do like fluffy flyaway pieces. So I'm going to just carefully try to maneuver this into the envelope because it does have glue on it. Just like that. And then this little card can go in there as well. And then when you fold it open, you've got your little bit of tissue paper there. I'm just going to stick a little bit of that down so that it does stay slightly. And I wanted to also put this card in. This is another one of Brandy's cards. It says, "Fear is not a failure, just proof that you're here, paying attention, figuring it out." And it has a little letter on the back as well, which you can read if you like. So I thought I'd pop that in there too. Actually, I might put it this way up. And, you know, I'm happy for them to be kind of wonky. So then I wanted to do something with this page. And I've got this little mandala that I just tore out of a magazine as well. And I just wanted to put that in the corner. I like the tones of the color, and also it brings in a bit of this pink as well, which I've got in my photo. And I've got these little flowers as well. I guess I just want to tear those words. Actually, I won't. I might just tear the top off. Maybe that could go on there as well. And I'll just put some washi over that. I wanted to bring this in because of, well, it's really cute, but I like the colors as well that come across there. So let's just put a little bit of this scripty washi down. I love layering this washi. It's so pretty. And then on the side of this envelope, I've got this one that I'm going to use on the other page as well. Washi's the best. I just use it for everything. And I've got this one too, which I don't know if I'll use on the other page. But it's quite neutral and could very easily just layer and perhaps a bit more of the script. Okay, so I don't think I need any words in here because I've got Hope Springs and I've got all of these letters in here as well, these notes and things. So I think that is what the journaling speaks to for me today. So I'm happy to just leave that as it is. and have this really cute little envelope fold out. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the layers on layers. And oh, actually no, one more thing. I wanted to put this bit of washi down. It says there's hope in here. I wanted to put this on the envelope as well. Maybe just across the bottom, just to tie that all together. There's hope in here. Okay, so that's the fold out prompt. So I'm going to move on to the layers on layers now. So in my stash, there was this beautiful paper. I think it's really lovely, but actually it's an envelope, which I didn't realize, and it's a heart-shaped envelope. So I'm going to cut it out and let's use it for this spread. So we'll have two envelopes forming this layers on layers spread. And I've got a bunch of other little bits and pieces that I want to layer as well. So I'll just cut this out and we will dive in. So we've got our envelope shape here, and it's just got all these little dashed lines that you can fold to form the envelope. So I'm just going to make those folds. I'll turn them around the right way in a minute, but I'll just make the folds so that I can see where they are. Okay, so I think we just fold here and here and then fold that up there to make our little envelope shape, and then this closes it off at the top. I'm a little bit crooked, so let me just make it neatened up a bit. Okay, that's pretty cute. I'll just stick these bits down. And I know this is meant to be the front, but of course I really like this side. It's the exact width of the page, although it might be a bit snug. I think we'll do it sideways as well. Okay, I think I have the basic understanding of what I want to do with this envelope, but first I want to put some layers down on here, and I want to do a washi layer. I really love doing these. I've got one just back here for the start of my July spread. And it's, you know, a mixture of a whole bunch of washi tapes. This time I want to keep it to a collection of just those three that I used in the first spread. So I like to start with a straight one across the bottom, and then I just layer the others up over the top of it. I've done one before with just this tape on its own, and it's stunning on its own layered up, but I haven't tried it before with another tape. So let's see how this turns out. So I've always put the second one on a bit of an angle, and then I just continue on and build up all the strips. Okay, there's our washi layer. I love it. I really love doing these. They're so much fun. And I just want to put some tissue over the top of this. So I have a couple of options here. I've got proper tissue paper and a few different types. This one is just your normal kind of tissue paper. This one is like a waxy one. It's probably a bit too dark. I've got this one, which is from a handbag package, and again I think it's not see-through enough. And then this one as well. I think the first one is probably the best option. I'm not quite sure. I'm making this up as I go along at this point, but I think I just want to make a few strips just to mimic that washi strip kind of look. And then keeping in mind that the envelope is going to sit somewhere here as well. Like, this is super, super layered at this point, right? I might make these a bit smaller. Let's just commit. So we'll stick one across there. So the reverse of this has faint lines on it. So I'm just thinking I could add some of these as well. like a white strip across there, and potentially use this for a sentiment as well. I'm going to do it this way because I'm going to have the envelope cover that up. All right, so here's our envelope. I'm just going to dive in and pop that down as well. I think I will take it to the edge for this one. It's a little bit messy. What I love about being in this Hobonichi is that it's got the grid, so I can make sure things are lined up if I do want them to be lined up. There are some things that definitely need to be lined up. Okay, so that then folds out. I've got some stickers here that I thought we could use. I think they're from the same book because it has this same kind of blue. But I think I'll go with a different one. This one here. And I don't know if I'm going to have to cut it. Yeah, I think I will just chop that down. This little bit of leftover sticker. Just pop it here. Okay, so I'll come back to inside the pocket in a minute, but what I wanted to do, I've got these little brown paper quotes from Plan by Gisela, and I thought I would grab one of these. Oh, I think this one is good. This is quite relevant to some stuff that's happened recently. It says, "We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are." And that's a quote by Anaïs Nin. So, you know, everyone's perception is based on their own experiences. So, you know, I think it's good to remember that when things happen, that everyone is going through things and everyone is seeing things different ways. I'm just going to trim this down because I want it to be a little bit thinner for that paper that's under it. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I've got this washi type tape. It's not really washi. It's like vellum, like it tears like vellum. I don't know if it would be a bit weird to have on here, but I really wanted to use some. I thought I would just see what it looks like. I love the white sort of writing on there, the text. Just so cool. Okay, cool. I like it. So what am I going to put inside this envelope? I have this beautiful little business card. It's from Binnamelon Bindery. I bought some beautiful handmade papers from her. So I think what I'm going to do is take some of this paper, which is just the back of that envelope, and I'm going to make myself a little journaling space. Let's put that on the back of there like so. It's not particularly neat, but it doesn't have to be. I think this sticker here, it kind of all goes together then. I'm going to fold that over as well. There we go. I didn't even check to see if it fitted. It fits, thank goodness. Let's give it a little tab as well. I love that these two pages are not at all symmetrical, but they are so similar in the concepts of how they're put together. Okay, there's my little space for some journaling. We'll pop that card in there like that. And then, oh, we might have made our tab a little too close. Okay, let's pop this back in here. So now we have a little envelope. I'm gonna add a little more of this weird washi now that I know that it works. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have Hope Springs over here for our day 5, which was fold out. And then I've got a bunch of layers of things on this spread. And then this is the layers and layers spread. We've got this washi and tissue paper background. It's all loose and textured and lovely. And then we have another little envelope here that folds out with some space for journaling on the back of that little card there. So that's that. I really love how it's turned out. It's so cute. And you know, this process is just so nice to do. It's really, I think I said this before, but it's quite therapeutic, and yeah, it just feels good. So we're just a few days into July and we're chunking this book up dramatically, especially with those 2 big envelopes stuck in there. But that's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how this chunks up. It's going to be such a beautiful, happy little creative space. I'm loving it. Okay, guys, that is days 5 and 6 of Junk Journal July. I'll see you again soon. Bye.